Sure. So, hi, everybody. I'm David Reynolds. As Pam said, I come from the Department of Math and Statistics, where I'm a fourth-year PhD student. So I did my internship this past winter with a company called Biobot Analytics in a project that was related to estimating opioid usage from sewage. Next slide. So Biobot is a startup company that's based in Somerville, and they're engaged in wastewater epidemiology. So what that is illustrated on this slide. So starting from the top left, we have some illicit drugs that are consumed by people and excreted through toilets into the sewage system, where Biobot collects samples of wastewater and produces data. And Biobot data consists of counts of analytes that can be uniquely associated with various illicit drugs. And from this data, Biobot can do some interesting things like estimate drug consumption for different parts of a city and for different drugs. So the charts on the bottom are for illustration only. They don't represent any particular city, but they show that for two different parts of a city, Biobot can estimate consumption of drugs like fentanyl, heroin, and morphine. And the purpose of my internship was to quantify the uncertainty of these estimates by placing them within a Bayesian hierarchical modeling framework. And so essentially what this does is it allows us to attach error bars to the estimates. And this is important because the city leaders who consume this data, one of the principal things that they're interested in is whether there are significant differences for a particular part of the city in the consumption habits of a drug. So in this illustration, you can see that for fentanyl and morphine, if you look at the point estimates only, it looks like they're different, but with error bars, you can see that they're essentially the same, but maybe there's a heroin problem in downtown. Next slide. So currently, I'm working on a new project with Biobot where instead of measuring analytes associated with illicit drugs in sewage, Biobot, in conjunction with the MIT Alm Lab, is enumerating the presence of the coronavirus in wastewater treatment plants. And in a similar manner, they're able to take this data and estimate the prevalence of COVID-19 for various catchments associated with the plants. And so this project is very similar, and we're trying to estimate the uncertainty of this estimation. So I'd just like to conclude by saying thank you so much to Biobot for giving me the opportunity to work on these projects, and look forward to hearing from Nusha, the president and co-founder, in 20 minutes.